welcome to the show. Here's a holiday song. There is no Santa Claus. There is no Santa Claus. It's true, but this is between me and you. Your parents lie to you. They want you to be good all year, so they make up some stuff about some old man who's watching you when they're not there, and that's the truth. Ask them if they feel bad for looking you right in your eyes and spewing out these silly lies. They must think you're pretty dumb to really fall for that, believing there's a creepy old guy watching you in bed. And if that were the case, wouldn't they keep him far from you? Would they let him in your house and serve him cookies too? No old man is watching you when they're not there, and that's the truth. So who's that guy at the mall? He sat on his lap and told him what you want. He's just some guy who doesn't care. He probably hates kids and hates his stupid job. There is no Santa Claus. There is no Santa Claus. It's true, but this is between me and you. Your parents lie to you. They want you to be good all year, and if you're good, they'll buy you toys. They buy your love. They buy your love. There is no Santa Claus, it's true. Welcome to Dustin's Vinyl. Here's your host, Dustin Chafin.
No Santa Claus. I hope some children are watching right now. I really do.
They're gonna find out. They're gonna find out sooner or later.
One of those Fortnite dads has the weekend with the kids. Just walking by the Twitch monitor. What? No Santa. Just crushing dreams, Anthony. Just crushing dreams.
Sorry.
Yeah, but you believed in Santa. You know you did.
I was never fully on board with it.
Yeah, but you don't know that. You don't know like 6, you weren't aware
by 6 I already didn't. I knew it was nonsense. By 6.
You had a full-time job, smoking cigarettes.
I was still writing letters to him, just in case. But I knew the deal.
Writing letters. I don't think I wrote too many letters.
You had to write him letters. I mean, now, I don't know. What do you do? You tweet at them? What do the kids do today for Santa?
Yeah, just Instagram. You tag him.
You tag him in a post,
Hopefully he catches it. Yeah, I think I remember it was always like from Santa on the presents. And then I think I recognized my mother's handwriting on one of the from Santas.
Yeah,
and I think, it was like, and it's like this crazy moment because she's like, what else did she lie about? Was the moon landing fake? Like, what else? It was one of those moments. It's the holiday season, but even though you're kind of, it's like, it's funny for a guy like you because you're not, you're not into the whole Christian Christmas thing, but you like a good holiday, right?
I like a holiday, I'm trying to buy more gifts for people this year.
Yeah, you're in LA. I hear the sirens.
Yeah. I got my window closed and everything.
Somebody just got murdered. Merry Christmas, everybody. That's how we do it in Los Angeles.
Oh man, I wore a festive shirt today.
What does it say? What does it say?
It says check out my balls,
Oh,
and then it
nice.
has the
They're pretty low,
ornaments.
those balls.
Yeah, they're low hanging. You know,
Yeah,
I'm getting older. Getting
hanging low.
older.
They're hanging low. That's what happens.
They used to be up here. Now
Yeah,
they're way down.
that's all right. That's all right. What I wouldn't do for your 39-year-old balls.
Hey, I'm 38. I'm
38. Hey, easy. No rushing. No rushing. No rushing. Come and see.
38-year-old balls.
Yeah. Well, I'm in the barn again with the
Yeah.
in Maine. I'm in the I got the old dartboard. See if I can hit a dart
Let's see
there.
if you get a bullseye.
Oh, that was terrible. Try to get. Oh, right in the thing. It's the pressure. I can't do it. It's too much pressure. I'm not on here. Oh, made it on the board. A little low, but I made it on the board. God,
hanging low. Everything's
hanging low. See, it's hanging low. That's the theme today. And yeah, so we're here. I got most of my Christmas shopping done, and that's always a big deal. You know, just getting it done. Bought some records for people. We'll talk about that. Before we kind of get into everything, we have a great surprise today. Adam Holtz is back.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, our other co-host, Adam Holtz, and the one and only Jeffrey Paul are back.
Hey!
Hey! Look at that. The whole band's back together.
Yeah, we got the whole gang.
Yeah, and we only have a 3 screenshot. Oh, there we go. 4. We got the 4.
I'm very happy to be back. I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys. I really missed you.
Yeah, I could tell how you just abandon us, but that's okay. You're just trying to bigger things. It happens, you know. That's I get it, you know. So you're just like that lead singer that has to go off and do his projects.
Yes, I'm like the Vince Neil of the group in so many ways.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, you look way better than Vince Neil. That guy.
Which one?
Melted in a microwave.
Yeah, you give me too much.
Why does he look so bad? What is it? Is it whiskey? Is it drugs? Is that what it is?
I think it's the food. I mean, have you seen what he looks like?
Yeah.
But he got better over the summer.
Tommy Lee still looks good. He doesn't.
That's the drugs.
Yeah, he's still doing it. You got to be consistent. If you can't
it's
get
the right
off
kind
the
of drugs. It's got to be like a high cardio drug. It can't be like a drug that makes you eat, I guess. But I don't know. Maybe he drinks a lot of beer. I don't know. Beer.
I'm looking forward to seeing them in the new year because Mick Mars is not touring with them anymore. And they're going to be bringing in John 5.
Oh, John 5.
Yeah, I don't think we need to see these people anymore. I think you do yourself a disservice. Yeah. You see these old guys. We talked about this before, but it's just like, can't you just see an old video? That's way more of a tribute than dragging your ass to MetLife to see these guys just basically do karaoke for 2 hours because they can't
that's
sing.
The thing I don't like when you're singing with tracks. But
well, Vince Neil, he sings, but he tries not to sing too much because it sounds bad. So everybody else is singing because they all know the song. So it's like it's an easy gig because everybody knows your songs. You know what I mean? Yeah. Good luck with the new stuff. Yeah. That's when it goes to shit. Motley Crue starts to break out a new one, and you got to really hear him sing. You're like, okay. Because if we're drowning them out,
they're not doing any new stuff anymore. They don't. They haven't come out with anything new since 2013.
Okay. Well, that's smart.
I mean, they had a great run. Yeah. Didn't they? Is this like the 5th farewell tour? Like, I hate when they do.
Well, they did do a farewell, and now they're back. And it was only supposed to be for the stadium tour, but it's being, it's like Kiss. Kiss is. Do you know that
they better not do another one?
They are doing it. They are on the book. They are headlining festivals in 2023. There's at least 6 festivals they're doing Rock in Rio next year.
That's crazy. I remember in the late 90s they started
but there are going to be
special guests. That's special guests. I'm talking about a full-length tour.
They're not special guests. They're the headliner.
They're the only ones there?
No, they're the headliner.
Band?
They're the headliner.
Yeah, that's still not. It's different.
They're doing a full set, and they're going to still continue to tour. They're going to tour when Gene and Paul are dead. They're going to really release out the names.
Yep.
Well, then the band will get good. You know what I mean? I might actually have some talent when those suckers go.
Well, they clearly play with tracks, Dustin.
I mean, I saw them and they look great. They sounded great. Everything was great. I just like to make fun of people. I'm just, seniors are coming upon us. So me and you, Jeff, like we're we'll
We
get
gotta
about 2
stick
years
together.
and we're done.
Yeah.
We're done.
And then there'll be a Jeffrey Paul tribute person.
Yeah. They already have one. It's Barry Ribs. Come on.
Oh, stop it. That's my biggest fear in life.
Oh man.
Please don't point me in that direction.
Steve Marshall. How about that? At least he's got energy.
Well, Steve Marshall, yeah. At least he makes sense when he speaks.
He does. I don't know. It depends. It depends on what Steve you get. Steve gets a little revved up. You're like, what are you doing?
I'll tell you something about me and Steve Marshall. We share the same birthday.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting for our listeners who have no idea who these people are.
When's your birthday again? I forget when your birthday is.
It's coming up February 3rd.
Oh.
February 3rd. Very exciting.
Yeah, so if you're in the mood for giving gifts, it's still in February, I think.
We'll see how
it's right around
goes.
the corner.
Giving gifts. Speaking of giving gifts, did you guys buy any vinyl for anyone for the holidays? For Christmas?
Myself. And for you.
Did you sell? Yeah, you bought one for me. You did.
I bought one for
man.
you.
Yeah, Jeff got me something. Anthony got me something. Adam, hello.
I have an idea.
He's like, yeah, I edit your stupid podcast.
Right.
How about that? That's what I do. Merry fucking Christmas. Anthony, what'd you get? You go first. What do you got?
Okay. Yeah.
Go me. I'll tell. Well, I guess I'll tell him what I got. You got me.
I got this at Amoeba in LA. It's I had it on CD since the 90s, but I finally got it on vinyl. The Descendants, Everything Sucks, which is my favorite Descendants album.
Yeah.
This
That's
was
Jeff's critique on that album.
Yeah. How'd you like it?
Just look at the title.
But this was like a reunion album. They hadn't done a new album together. This was 96. So they hadn't done an album together in a few years. They were doing the band All, which is the Descendants with a different singer.
Give us a song we might know from the Descendants.
The single off of this was called "I'm the One."
Okay.
And that's probably the song that made me buy the album. But there's also a song called "Everything Sucks." This is them on the back.
Yeah.
That's them jamming. But I love this album, and I love the band. Bill Stevenson is one of my favorite drummers, and I was excited to get this. I don't think that this even came out on vinyl originally.
That's always weird when they do that. I don't know how I feel about that when it wasn't on vinyl first.
Yeah.
And then they're like, let's get on the bandwagon and release it on vinyl.
Let's do it now. But
yeah.
Why would you have a problem with that?
I don't know. I just feel like it's it's like you drop it as the medium that it was at that time, and that's what you're stuck with. You go with it. I don't know.
Really? So you think there's some albums that should only
Dustin
be
has
on 8
hard set rules, man. He's rigid.
It's like, I don't know. Like, there's some bands that aren't meant for vinyl. That's punk is always meant for vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
But but like electronica, sometimes some of that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't know, man.
But I'm sure that all the other Descendants albums came out on vinyl. You know, because all their other stuff came out probably in the 80s. And then this was 96, so it's probably the first one that didn't originally come out on vinyl.
Yeah, which is fine. And I'm not zeroing in on this band. I'm just saying that there's bands that do that because they want to be popular in the vinyl circle or whatever. I don't know. It's more of a marketing ploy as opposed to like, I don't know, Pink Floyd came out, Dark Side of the Moon. That's meant to be vinyl. That's what it lived on. Yeah. It actually took away from it when it went to cassette and CD. Like I felt like it was meant to be vinyl.
A lot of albums have a different vibe when you listen to them on vinyl as opposed to CD, because flipping the record it's like a brief intermission. Like each side is its own mood, and on CD you don't get that break.
No, and some stuff's too crisp on CD. I don't know. Well, I like a little needle Little
or on
needle and
streaming.
wax, Adam.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're
You know what I
talking
mean,
about
Adam? What do you
CDs.
got
Like
back
people
there?
listen to CDs.
Snowdrop. Look at that backdrop.
Yeah, that's a good.
Adam, look at that.
Yeah.
Taking it to the next level.
There we go.
Festive.
Oh, back there.
Festive little. Oh, there. Santa Claus is real. I was wrong.
Yeah.
Forget. Strike my
That's Jeff.
comments.
That's Jeff.
At the
Drunk. The comic strip Christmas party. He just
He's looking for you.
Where's Dustin? There's a guy in a hat.
I saw a guy with a hat. That's definitely him.
They're stealing my look.
I like Anthony's impression.
I leave New York, and they steal my look.
It's not meant to be
And not dead on. Yeah, you know Rich Little.
Yeah.
Rich Little. I love it. Oh, we're talking about my impression of you? No, that was.
I'm talking about Anthony's impression.
Oh, did you? Well, let me hear yours.
He squinted his eyes.
Oh, okay.
Where's Dustin?
Oh,
That's something like that.
That is good. I'm sorry. We all got revved up at our own moments and we missed each other. That's how this show works.
We have fun.
We do have fun. So I got an album. This is right up Jeff's alley, let me tell you. This Leah, my beautiful comedian girlfriend, Bonema, she sings certain songs. Sometimes she and that's the thing. That's what's great about vinyl. People are into certain things. You can just be like, oh, I'll get that on vinyl because she listens to it on her iPhone or whatever. But she's a big fan of this movie, which is the chorus line, the movie, which Jeff loves a good Broadway musical. Even though we heard you were crushing it with the off-Broadway version of Jackie Mason's Story. Very cool. And so Lee loves this. It's not something I'm going to go out and buy to have, but if it's something she likes, then I'd share that with her and got this. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of hard to find, actually. This is the movie version, which she seems to like better than the Broadway one. Pretty cool. And so I got her that. Hope she's not watching the show. And then I got her dad, big Leonard Cohen fan. So I got him cool. This is pretty cool. This is Hallelujah and songs from his albums. And I haven't opened it because it's a present. So it's got Hallelujah on it. Of course, would it be funny if it didn't have Hallelujah? It's got every song but that one. Right. So I'm sure this is amazing. I'm excited to listen to this, and this is a career-spanning collection. Includes unreleased live at the Glastonbury version of Hallelujah, inspired by the new film Hallelujah. I guess there's a documentary on it. And Leonard Cohen, A Journey, A Song. So this is gonna be pretty cool. I think I'm gonna get some brownie points with this.
Nice.
He might actually start liking me now that I'm with his daughter over 16 years. He might be like, hey, maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay. Okay, this comedy thing, maybe it's working out. We can afford albums. Oh, Merry Christmas, everybody! It's getting close. Cool.
It is. It's sneaking up.
Jeff, you seem like you had a good run. You did some Broadway music stuff. That was cool. How was that? Like singing and stuff, getting yourself ready. I know you took it serious. You know, you got a coach.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to do something out of my comfort zone. I just to kind of like not keep doing the same thing over and over again and do something that would really kind of challenge me. And I couldn't think of anything more than actually singing in front of a group of people. I'm not a singer, but I did take it seriously. I went to a vocal coach.
Tell us, what's the name of the show again? What is it?
It was called the Jackie Mason Musical. And there was the thing is, there were some real good, talented people in the show. There were a couple of people who were like Broadway caliber, and I think they even performed, as chorus on Broadway. So when you're performing with people like that, I mean, you don't want to let them down, and you don't want to be the weak link. That's kind of like a sports mentality thing. Like you don't want to be the guy who kind of gives up, the big pass or something. When I played football, but I didn't want to embarrass myself, so I would go a couple times a week with this vocal coach, and then I took rehearsal seriously, and I had a great time doing it, man. It was a lot of fun. It's something I can kind of like check off and go into the new year feeling pretty good about myself.
That's great. Can you sing one of the lines? Just give us one of the lines.
That fateful night 10 years ago, we went to see your nightclub show.
You played a heckler, right?
I did. The character I played is a compilation of a bunch of different people. And the real story goes, Jackie Mason had a big mouth in real life. And one night he kind of like mouthed off to Sinatra and didn't apologize or take it back. So Sinatra sends a couple of guys to the show that Mason's performing at, and the guy starts heckling him from the crowd. Jackie Mason mouths off from the audience. The guy gets up and punches him out, and that's what I did.
That's what you punched. You got to punch him.
I did.
Jackie Mason. Nice.
Wow.
You everything that you love. You got to dance a little bit. You got to sing a little bit, and you got some violence. That's everything that Staten Island. It's amazing. You got to do everything.
Dustin, not only did I dance, I also had to do a little bit of jazz hands.
Jeffrey Paul ain't nothing to fuck with.
Did you?
I did.
That's amazing. Very exciting. Very exciting. That's great. Cool, man. All right. So everybody's here. Good. I've been touring a little bit. It's been fun. I've been doing some big theaters and things. And it's funny, some of the theaters that, part of the Bargatze tour, some of the stuff we got to do, a lot of them were like theaters that like, one was in, where was that? I think it was in Arkansas. It was the first place the first artist was Johnny Cash, like to perform at this humongous arena. And there was also the same place where Elvis had his first five sold out shows that wasn't in Vegas. And so all these little history things and some of these theaters and places have been pretty cool.
Are you picking up any memorabilia from there?
Yeah, I stole a few things.
Like, I think you pick up a t-shirt or something.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really t-shirts on the about the venue itself, I mean, Nate sells merch and stuff, but it's not really, it's more pictures and stuff, it's cool. I mean, I would if they had a cap or something, but it's just so fast. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's just, there's so many of them now that it's like, it's hard to kind of focus in on one, but it's very grateful and it's been fun. But yeah, it's been cool. I tell you, I never thought I'd be doing comedy in a hockey arena, but it's
that's amazing, man. How was that?
Well, I'm playing where the Penguins play in Pittsburgh. That's coming up, so that's I'm pretty pumped about that. I get to wear a Steelers jacket, so that's gonna be fun.
Oh, that's right, and you're a Steelers fan.
I can't wait. I'm gonna buy a shiny Steelers jacket. Just be like, yeah.
I'm not pandering. I really am a fan.
Yeah. Well, I did that one time. I was in a place in Pittsburgh, and I did a whole thing, and they didn't believe me. The whole set. I said I'm a Steelers fan. They go, no, you're not. It's like, you're from Dallas. You love the Cowboys. Like, I hate the Cowboys. Very cool. So this is our Christmas show. Very exciting. It's nobody wore red except Anthony and I think Jeff has is that a Kiss Christmas shirt?
It's a Kissmas shirt. Merry Kissmas.
Kissmas.
You get it? You get it?
I get it. Kissmas.
I get it.
Because they'll put their name on anything.
Yeah, they will. I have a hat. I'm not gonna wear it, but a cap.
That's cute. I like it.
Is it cute?
Is it cute, Anthony?
It's a cute little
I'll give it to you. I'll be like this. It look like I got a passed out elf. It's like it's on my back. Huh? The improv is amazing today.
Prop comedy. Improv prop comedy.
All right, so we're gonna start today. We'll start with our he's almost a special guest at this point with Jeffrey Paul. So basically today we're all kind of going around talking about a Christmas song that we like, that we think is interesting and maybe a little different than the average Christmas song. Because Christmas songs can be fun and uplifting, or they could be brutal. And you could just be like, oh, God, not this one again. So and I think that's the two elements of Christmas songs. They either make you go, oh, I feel good. This is great. Or they get you in the spirit and they get you in the mood. Or you're just like, turn that thing off before I murder somebody. So I think it's especially people that work in retail. Because I always feel bad. I'll go into a store or something and you see people and they're just like, you can just tell it's on a loop. So it's like they've heard like 12 Days of Christmas like 19 times and it's just like coming back again. And you can just see that by the end of the night, they're toast from hearing the same songs over and over. But some songs, you hear them a lot and they're still good. So anyway, do a little bit of that today and then we have some other surprises. So Jeff, why don't you start us off with your song? And
okay, I'm going to go with my favorite Christmas song. And I like it not only as a Christmas song, but as a song as well. And I think it's because there's a lot of elements here. One, the artist is, to me, phenomenal. I just saw her on Wednesday night. That's Darling Love. She's 81 years old, still looks great, sounds amazing. The song is written and performed by the E Street Band. You have Clarence Clemens on the song, Stephen Van Zandt, Danny Federici, Gary Talent on bass, Patty Scofola is singing background on it. Plus, you got the Miami Horns, which was Southside Johnny's backing group as well. So, I mean, the whole song really comes together, and it's was written for a soundtrack for Home Alone 2, and the song was called All Alone for Christmas. And I thought one of the things that we were looking to do here was to look at alternative versions of the song. And I do this with songs anyway. And this is a really almost an impossible song to cover because one, the musicianship is just off the charts amazing, and Darlene's voice is just sick. But there was another version that's a little different twist on it, and it's by the Midtown Men. And the Midtown Men are the three original plus the second guy who played Frankie Valli in Jersey Boys, and it's almost like a Broadway version of this song. So it really puts all those elements together. But you were talking up top about how a song puts you in the mood for Christmas, and when you hear like those chimes and the bells, and that Max Weinberg pounding drums, he's a hard drummer, and then Clarence's sax, that comes in, that sax lead. I mean, and then her voice, man, I don't think for my money, it doesn't get too much better than All Alone for Christmas. I think it's one of the most underrated Christmas songs. And like I said, it puts me in the mood all the time.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's I think I like the E Street Band better than Bruce Springsteen. I think they should just do more stuff by themselves. Yeah, it's musically spot on and good. Yeah, I don't think I've heard this. I didn't realize it was such a later song. Like, I didn't know it was like written 90s. For like Home Alone 2. Did that even happen? Oh, it did. Yeah, that was the one with Trump and all.
Trump, yep.
Yeah. In New York. It was in New York.
New York,
that's right. Yeah. Shot in New York.
Lost in New York.
Well, the story with it goes is that they wanted her to do her famous one, which is "Baby, Please Come Home."
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I don't really want to, repeat it. It's been done so many times. So Steven wrote the song, but he did it in the same vein style as Phil Spector, who produced "Baby Please Come Home" with that big wall of sound. So that's why you have the chimes, and you have the horns in it. And there's even a reference to "Baby Please Come Home" in the song. So it really ties everything together.
Nice. Adam, seemed like you would love this song, being the backstory.
Right. As soon as I found out it was the E Street Band, instantly love this song.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first heard those, when I first heard the saxophone, the first thing I'm like, wait, is this Clarence Clemens? And then I saw at the end written by Little Steven. So it was. So
you could do that. You could recognize like his sax playing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Listen to the lead on that and the lead to Santa Claus Is Coming to Town, and you could definitely see there's a distinction. Like you could hear the tone.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I could do that with saxophone. That's impressive that you're that much of a fan that you can catch because I don't think my bands that I like, I don't be like, oh, that's the guitars. I mean, maybe a few of them. Maybe Slash or people like that, you can be like, oh, that sounds like that person.
Well, I think
Slash is definitely a great example of that. When you hear his lead, you can tell it's Slash and nobody else.
Yeah, that's true. Now, I was guitar maybe, but I don't know. I guess I'm not a huge fan of the sax because I live with a saxophone player. That's why. So I cringe sometimes when I hear it. But that's Go ahead if you had more. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off.
Oh no, I think it was. I was going to say I think just the big booming sax in if it was in the '80s or early '90s, you kind of have that feeling like I think this is Clarence Clemens and. But yeah, I mean, like this is I would say Christmas, Baby Please Come Home is my favorite Darlene Love Christmas song. And that one's the one to me that signals Christmas. But this one is fantastic. I would just like Jeff said, it's very underrated too. This song. I mean, I think the only other time I heard it really was in Home Alone 2. But it's a great song, and
I don't know if Christmas songs get underrated because they're always played
right
every year.
This isn't played enough.
I mean, I'm sure it's played enough. It's in a loop. I'm sure
somewhere right now.
It's somebody's program that
in a
it's
CBS.
coming in. Yeah, CBS, exactly. It's coming in at like 2, 4, 8. Yeah, it's coming in a lot.
But I think though, like Christmas songs, there's only a handful that are really played nonstop too. There's or like little variations on them.
Yeah. I mean, there's like a top 10, I'm sure, of
Oh, yeah.
Mariah Carey, Feliz Navidad, and 12 Days of Christmas. There's the basic ones, but
the Andy Williams one.
The dogs barking.
I hate that one.
I love that one. I love that one.
Annoying.
I love that
I
one.
love that one.
You guys
Me
can't
too.
possibly like that.
We do. We're just dog dads. We don't have kids to ruin Christmas, so we get to focus on the fun.
We get to follow. I really like the cat's meowing one. That's really
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. There are no dogs, but they're maybe next year we'll see what they got. Maybe break out a new song. Shitting in a box for Christmas.
Anthony,
I'm
write
out,
that
guys.
down.
I'm old.
I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down.
Anthony, I need you, bro. I need you. We're making magic. Anthony, what did you think of the old E Street Band, Darlene?
Well, you know how I feel about Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, and you know how I feel
like the
generally about. I mean, the band is fine. Max Weinberg is a good drummer. I don't know if he played on that.
He did.
He did.
I do enjoy his drumming. But I also don't. I don't love Christmas music. It takes a special Christmas song to get me into it. So, this was fine. It's interesting because I just rewatched the Home Alone 2. I hadn't seen it in a long time, and I don't remember this song in the movie. Like I thought I had never heard this song before until you guys told me it's in the movie.
You didn't remember it, yeah.
I didn't remember it at all. So,
it's probably a climax scene, right?
No, it's very early in the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when he first gets to New York.
I don't know. It was fine. It's not the worst Christmas song. It didn't do it for me, but it was fine.
There you go.
So you're saying it was fine, right?
I'm saying it was fine.
It's fine, Jeff. It could be fine.
I wouldn't get mad if it came on the radio, but I wouldn't. Okay. I'm not putting it on my playlist, my Christmas playlist.
Easy, Jeff. We just let you back in. All right, so I was gonna do a pre-record, but I was like, all right, Jeff has time. We'll let him hang out with us. Cool. Yeah, good stuff. Let's see. Adam, what do you got for us?
All right, so I went with a newer Christmas song, and this is one that just came out in November. This is New Jersey band, rock band, punk band, Titus Andronicus, and their version of Drummer Boy, which is a interesting version. They basically just redid Piano Man.
Yeah, I loved it.
And really, it's they kind of turned Piano Man into this drunken story of the nativity story, and it's a lot of fun. I think the only connection to Drummer Boy is instead of we're all in the mood for a melody from Piano Man, he says we're all in the mood for a rump bump bump, and it was. I thought it was a really fun song. And I had something on this. It kind of sounds, they go for a little bit of the Pogues with it, and I thought it was an interesting kind of parody. I don't even know if it's like a parody or an homage. I think it maybe kind of straddles the line between the two, but I thought it was a fun song.
Yeah, man, I enjoyed this a lot. This is probably something I'll listen to more. I like it when people do silly things in music, kind of not take themselves so serious, and it works. You know what I mean? Like they sometimes people do stuff like this. I remember I had a comic friend of mine, and he went up in karaoke and he did like a Johnny Cash song, but he did it with the music of another song, and I was like, that's so stupid. But this actually it works, and I think it made me laugh. Because it's like, at first you're like, well, what is this Piano Man? And then it just goes into the rump pump pump and the thing and the Bethlehem stuff and the manger. And yeah, I enjoyed it musically. I thought it was, like you said, the Pogues, kind of a drunken Irish thing. I loved it. I thought it was really creative and silly and catchy. And I think it's like, You know what I mean? I think Christmas should be a little fun, and not
Yeah.
everything has to be like the Darlene thing. That's a serious song. You know, this is kind of like, you know, it's kind of meant to be fun, and I think you know, you can't have enough of fun during Christmas. Speaking of Mr. Fun, what did you think, Anthony?
I like the idea of this song. I like that they
Okay.
did a silly thing with it. That's all cool. I was confused. It came on and I was like, man, I didn't realize the little drummer boy sounds so much like Piano Man. What's going on? And then after a while I was like, oh, they're doing a funny thing here. But you know how I also, so not only the Christmas music thing, but you know how I feel about that Irish sound. It's not my favorite.
Yeah, that's right.
So you know, musically, for me, it left
That's right.
a little to be desired. But I do like that it was fun.
That's right. You don't like Dropkick Murphys and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. There's something about it. I don't know. It's it's
Irish
a
people
lot of
probably. Yeah.
well, it's more of the instrument, the sound of like there's like that. Sometimes there's like a fiddle, but then sometimes the voice is too much. You know, almost like similar to how some country music, when it's like too much of that honky tonk,
Yeah.
then it turns me off. But there's
Yeah.
some country music that I really like. So it's similar with this Irish thing. It's sometimes it's the
Was
sound
there
of the voice.
bagpipes? Was there bagpipes in this?
I think it was the voice with this one where I was like,
Okay.
it's a little, it
I got
annoys me a little bit. But I like that they did a fun thing. So I'm into it.
Yeah. Well, Jeff's part Irish and Italian. So what do you think about
I think a lot of you guys' reviews are right on. I think Anthony, you know, that's a good point you make. I think his voice does sound a little affected, you know, but I had the same reaction. I never heard of this band before, and I was listening to it, and I'm enjoying it. And I'm like, wait, I know this song, and then I finally put it together. And like Dustin said, it's a good twist on it. It was a really original take on it. I found myself utterly really enjoying it, man. I like it. I didn't know you didn't like the Dropkick Murphys. I don't like them either. You know,
Yeah,
we
have that in common.
I can't take it.
I don't know what
I love
it
them.
is.
I think they're
something about-
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're good. I mean, it's like, I mean, they fell in, you know, that song is overplayed for sure. So it's not their fault, but they made a lot of money on that song. What are you going to do?
Oh, sure.
But yeah, I think they're fun though. But I think I like bands that fuse things and fuse sounds. They use punk and Celtic, and they're doing something different. Yeah, I like it. They're doing something different. They're edging up that music a little.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you guys remember back in March we did an Irish band tribute?
Yes.
Okay, and we all stayed away.
That's when you cared about us. Yes,
right. And we all stayed away from YouTube. YouTube. We know we did YouTube. And one of the bands that really stood out, I think, was Anthony's band Ash.
Oh yeah, Ash.
And I thought that to me was very good Irish music, and of course, the band that I picked.
Jeff remembered something about the show. That's huge. Jeff remembered something, Anthony. That's huge.
Unbelievable.
All right, very cool. Did everybody get it? Everybody. Okay. Yeah, my song is it's very personal because my childhood was like this. The song that I picked was let's see, God, I lost it here. Daddy, please don't come home drunk or something.
Yes.
Is that how it is? Yes, that's it. Daddy, don't come home drunk for Christmas. That's
this
it.
Christmas.
Yeah. This Christmas. Yes, sorry. Yeah, this is a big John Denver song. A lot of people think John Denver wrote this song because he's kind of like, some people, it's like they own the song, when they sing it, and kind of like, for years, I think I heard this song. This is kind of one of those weird ones that would come on and you'd just be like, this is depressing. But, and then you're like, and then my family drank a lot. So I was able to kind of relate to this household energy of like, oh God, Dad, don't fuck it up, man. It's like, don't come in, don't make Mom have to have to fight you in the yard again. So, can we just have a Christmas that if the cops aren't called? Can we do one of those? So yeah, this song is it's pretty cool. What's interesting about this song is also covered by Alan Jackson, big country singer, and he does a fun job on it as well. And the song was written by Bill Danoff, who wrote "Afternoon Delight," which is
yeah, it's a
a
great
really
one.
good song.
Great
And
song.
he also wrote a couple of hits for John Denver, "Take Me Home" and "Country Roads." With those
Love
are
them.
two
wow.
huge hits for him.
Classic.
So it's written by a real, guy. And I'm not real familiar with the Decemberists, but I like this song and I kind of want to just pick a version that maybe I wasn't as familiar with. And these guys, they seem cool. Portland band, kind of alternative. They have a song in Hamilton, which is kind of a big, the Ben Franklin song or something. And so this band, do you know them much, Anthony? I feel like this is a
Yeah.
band that you are more familiar with than I am.
Yeah. I like them.
Yeah, it
I'm
seemed like you would.
I'm a fan of Decemberists. Yeah.
But yeah, Colin Malloy, I guess that guy's pretty good, right? So he's the lead singer and stuff. But yeah, this is I guess "On the Bus Mall" is one of the big songs. I think that's one of the big songs. That was, I don't know. This is not, but I do like this song. I feel like it's just kind of it's out of the norm. It kind of takes. Sometimes Christmas is dark. Sometimes you don't want Dad to get drunk.
Yeah.
So, that's really all I got to say about it. Jeff, save me. What did you think about this song?
I like the original. I mean, I love John Denver. Love him.
Yeah.
I think it's great. The song. I mean, I can't. I put on John Denver, and I can't. It puts me in a great mood. It really is a mood changer for me. The Decemberists.
Not so much.
Did I mention how much I like John Denver? Okay. I do like the song. When you would go, I had a feeling you would go dark, but if you're going to go with a dark song, I really thought you would throw out something like "Merry Christmas, I Don't Want to Fight Tonight," the Ramones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's a good dark one and in the style of a band. But you're comparing the Decemberists to a legendary artist, and it's kind of
comparing. They're just covering it, man.
Well, I know, but the thing is, it's really hard to do it justice when John Denver kind of like made that song his. So it's like every other version to me is going to fail in comparison.
I don't know. I think the point of Christmas is you're not comparing. You're just enjoying the.
That's for you. For me, it's judging. That's why I like Festivus.
You can't judge Christmas songs the same way you judge regular songs. It's Christmas. Everybody's trying to bring the spirit of Christmas out.
I judge. I'm a judger.
Yeah, I don't grade on a curve either with Christmas songs.
I do. It's a Christmas.
Well,
come on.
With the dogs barking, I do. But other than that one,
exactly. Shut up, man. You can't say anything.
I wouldn't put that on normally.
Yeah. Adam, what do you think about this December's version of the John Denver classic?
I got to go with Jeff. I liked. I mean, I like the Decemberists, but I do like the John Denver version better. I think the John Denver version, it feels more like an actual song rather than just a Christmas song, and something that you could actually listen to, even though it's a darker song. But I mean, the Decemberists are a great band to check out. I saw them live years ago at Maxwell's, and nice. they have that kind of indie folk sound to them, and but yeah, I mean, I think the John Denver version to me is a better version.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun to switch it up a little. Anthony, what do you think?
I like it. I'm going against the grain here. I thought it was a great version. I liked the Decemberists. I like the song. I'm not super familiar with the John Denver one, but I like this one. To me, this does sound. It doesn't have a Christmas song sound to it, which I think is why I liked it so much.
Yeah, exactly. It could be any song. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah, the lyrics could be about anything. I musically I like it. Regardless of it being a Christmas song. So, yeah, I was into it. This one would go on my Christmas playlist for sure.
Yeah, because my dad was drunk all the holidays. So this could be Thanksgiving. This could be Flag Day. This could be all the days.
Don't get drunk this Arbor Day. Just replace the holiday. It still works.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll do it. So, Anthony, what do you got for us?
It's funny. So, I picked the cover also, but the band that covered my song, I hadn't heard it in a few years, and I was trying to look it up. I thought it was the Decemberists. I looked it up. I was like, oh, it wasn't the Decemberists. I picked Jimmy World's cover of the Wham song "Last Christmas," and I like both versions. But the Jimmy World one, although now I guess I think it came out in 2004, so I guess now it's also old. But when I first heard it, I liked it because it was sort of a more modern recording of a song that the Wham version does sound pretty 80s, but I like it. And I couldn't really find much information about the actual the Jimmy World version, but the Wham song came out in was recorded in August 1984, and that was when I was born. So I like that. And George Michael wrote it and played all the instruments on the recording. I guess except for the drum machine that's used on it. So I like both versions of the song. I like the Jimmy World one. And I thought it was the Decemberists until, I knew it was Jimmy World at one point, and then I forgot about it and thought it was the Decemberists.
Yeah, I thought this was. It's a good version, but I still feel like it's like if you're not going to switch it up a little bit, it's kind of. I feel like it felt like it was kind of trying to do like I don't know, like a tribute version of it as opposed to rearranging it. Like it just kind of felt like the same song without the pipes of George Michael. So
that's true.
That's what I felt was like. I felt like it didn't sound much different. Except it didn't have that amazing singing of George Michael.
Yeah.
But it was good. There was some differences to it where it sounded like that, kind of a slowed down version, a different version. I don't know. It was a little different, but
I think you're definitely right that they didn't change it very much. But at the same time, if you had never heard the Wham version, it does sound like a song that they could have written.
Yep.
You know, it's like in their style, but also being true to the original, which is kind of doesn't happen often.
And that's a perfect Christmas song. Like it's modern. Every time it sounds modern. It could have been written 2 years ago. Like it always, like, it doesn't feel too Christmassy. Like you're not getting hit over the head with, it's just, it's kind of just a good holiday song. Like it feels good. It's a good thing. When it's on, you like, oh, that's a great song. Like you're never like, oh God, here we go. Grandma got ran over with the reindeer again. It's not one of those goofy songs. So, Jeff, what do you think about this version and this song?
First of all, I think you're dead right about this is a great song. It's an impossible song, not like Last Christmas. It was written as the follow-up on the second Wham album from Music from the Edge of Heaven, and they really wanted to market the shit out of Wham. So they had to write a Christmas song. What a Christmas song to write.
So good.
But I do think they do change the arrangement on this. I think this is a more somber version of this, and it's such a nice. I don't know, Anthony. Maybe you know better than I do. But the lead guitar on it, is it a flamenco guitar or is it just an acoustic guitar? But whatever that lead is, it's really pretty and it's very very clear. I like, and I've always liked Jimmy Eat World. I like Sweetness in the Middle. I think this is a great Christmas song for them to do, and I think it's a great version of a great song. They didn't take too many risks with it, but they definitely did slow it down.
They nailed it though. They nailed it.
Yeah.
They did a good job. I'm not
they
saying
they definitely nailed it. But this is this is like a home run song.
Yeah, I think it's a third base. All right, Adam.
Why are you laughing at that, Anthony? Come on, stop.
He doesn't leave me like you.
I like both versions. I probably would have picked the original version for this.
I'm expanding.
We're trying to mix it, do different versions.
Okay.
So.
Well, I like Last Christmas. I like both versions of it, and I like the Wham version. Although it does still, to me at least, it still sounds very 80s.
The production,
exactly.
Last Christmas, and the same thing with the Waitresses Christmas rapping.
Love
And I always
that
feel
one.
I'm like, oh, they should be really these are songs that should be updated, and I think Jimmy Eat World does a pretty good job updating it to
They
have it
did
at least
update
sound.
Christmas rappings, Adam.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
who
who-
did it? It was
Spice Girls.
Oh wow,
There was also another one. It was
There was another one as well.
Some
But
other
Spice
more...
Girls had a minor hit with it as well.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I can't
I'll have to check that one out. I know, but I mean that's the one thing I liked about Jimmy Eat World's version is that it just felt more that it could be more today, or it could be, you know, I guess you said they did it in 2004. But yeah, this song's off of the Bleed American expanded edition, which is the album that has Sweetness in middle, and it's a great album if you haven't heard it.
That album's
Yeah.
awesome. Great album.
Very cool. Okay, great. So Adam has a list. We have a few more minutes, and we're going to do some of the worst Christmas songs. What's the list?
Dogs barking on it. It has to be.
No,
I don't know if that one's on it, but so
It has to be.
this is
no, that's a
Esquire's.
great song, dude. Back it up.
This is
We love the dogs. We love the dogs barking.
right. So this is Esquire's list of the 20 shittiest Christmas songs ever. So we got number 20, Pentatonics, That's Christmas to Me.
I hate Pentatonics. Good.
I don't know that song.
I don't know pentatonic scales.
Yep. So we got number 19, a song we already talked about. John Denver, Please Daddy Don't Get Drunk on Christmas.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't agree with
They don't like John Denver. They like the Decemberist version. 'cause-
Right.
Anyway, go ahead, guys.
All right, then we got at 18, we got Bon Jovi, Backdoor Santa.
Sucks.
boy.
Yep.
It's
That's
horrible.
terrible.
This is
I
it's
don't
a
like
live
What a
version
horrible,
too.
what a horrible title. I mean,
Right.
come on, like you could think of a
Oh,
better
it's
title.
terrible. It is bad. That's good on that list.
So number 17, we got Christina Aguilera, "Oh Holy Night," and this song is horrible if you've heard it.
You got a good
Why
voice.
don't you like it,
Is it bad?
Adam?
So it's very long, and she basically tries every single style in this song. So, it starts out good, and then I think there's a cabaret part of
Oh.
it. There's a
She
It-
tends
it
to
gets-
oversing.
yeah.
But she's got a great voice.
She does, but
Yeah,
just
she's
stick
talented.
to one style. But come
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
So we got number 16, Maroon 5, "Happy Christmas, War is Over."
Oh my God. I haven't heard their version, but I know it sucks.
It-
Is that a real song?
it's
I don't
unlistenable.
even know. Maroon
You
5,
gotta-
what an underrated band.
No, they're not.
Are they in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
They should never be.
It should
Stop it.
be. I'm going to protest.
Yeah, Maiden doesn't get in before them. I'll boycott. It's over.
Nobody's putting them in. Calm down. Go
No,
ahead, Adam.
because they will. Because the
No, they
shitty Rock and
won't.
Hall of Fame
No,
will
they
do
won't.
something like that. Yes,
they
they
won't.
will.
No, they
Yeah.
won't. Nobody listens to Maroon 5 anymore.
Right.
It's on Maroon 5.
He's a creep now. He's done. He got canceled.
Is
All
he
right,
a
what do you
creep?
got? Go
Oh,
ahead.
I didn't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
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 I had no idea.
Go ahead.
We got so at 15, we got "Duck the Halls," "Santa Looked a Lot Like Daddy."
Ooh.
I have
No
no
idea.
idea what it is.
No idea. What
I'm
that is.
listening. I'm listening. I think I might like this one.
That's like, it piqued my interest.
Drunk people, duck holes, whatever. I'm in.
At so number
Oh, 1
14 is
minute.
a song we
Give me 2.
let's see. 14 is a song we
Give me
already
the
talked
top-
about.
What is it?
Oh, you want to do the top ones? All right.
Yeah, do top 5. We got to go soon.
All right. So let me see. Number 5, Justin Bieber, "Mistletoe."
Oh, I don't know it.
You're not a big
Sounds
Justin
terrible.
Bieber fan?
I don't love Justin Bieber stuff.
You don't like the Biebs, no?
Nah, not really.
All right. 4, Pussycat Dolls, "Santa Baby."
I
They
mean,
stink.
I'm into it.
I haven't heard it.
Hot chicks singing Christmas seductively. I love
Yeah,
it.
we'll watch the video with no sound.
Right.
What's your video? All right, go ahead.
All right. So number
With no
3, the
sound.
Jackson 5. "I Saw
Really?
Mommy Kissing Santa Claus." Yep.
What?
No, come on.
way.
No,
Come on,
that's
that
I know,
last
that's a
week.
great
I
No
song.
way. Yeah, they're picking
Yeah.
all the ones you love, Dustin.
Mhm.
I think that's a great one. I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I
That
think
says
it's
a
great.
lot. Yes.
All
All
right.
right,
So
one more. All right,
Oh,
two
I'll do the
more.
last
Finish
two
it out.
really fast. Lady Gaga, "Christmas Tree" at number 2, and
Okay.
number
Sounds
one,
terrible.
Paul McCartney. Wonderful Christmas Time.
Come on, I love that one.
I hate
love
that song. I hate that song too.
Overplayed.
It's awful.
It's overplayed, but I love
It
it,
is.
and I hate Christmas music, but I love Paul
Yeah.
McCartney.
That's the line of the night.
Yep.
Overplayed. I hate Christmas music. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to Dustin's Vinyl, and please follow us on YouTube and listen to us on all platforms where podcasts are. And we love you. Have a Merry Christmas, and we'll be back with a wrap up of the New Year in music. And take care, guys. Good to see you, Jeff. See you guys.
Yep. Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Rock and roll. Woo. I'm gonna put my shepherd's pie in the oven. See you guys.
See you later.
One more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. There we go.
Guys.
Oh, he's gone already. Wow.
He doesn't give a shit. He's not gonna hang out with us.
He can't even be bothered.
Yeah, he's got an audition for Three's Company the musical. All right. He's not even here with the good material. All right. Hilarious. All right, guys.
All right.